Is it a Lamborghini? No, it's an Audi R8, but it's still pretty darn good. This is what we're building right now. The Audi R8, the new version, the V10 own. I'm so glad that they made it kind of V10 only. It makes them much more exciting as cars. Anyway, so from here you can choose a lot of the stock manufacturer colors and also stock wheels that come. And all, well, I say stock, you get to choose them at an Audi dealership if you start building a car. And it sounds really good. Something I've completely passed over, the fact I've not even mentioned, is the sounds in this game are so much better, especially when I jumped into this monster right here. I want now an LFA and a Carrera GT in this game. Yes, please. Those will sound absolutely magnificent. Anyway, so this thing handles pretty darn well. It does a rear wheel spin when you set off. I noticed that with all the vehicles, so they can do like a burnout, I assume. That's why they had that implemented in. So it's just not unfair for like drag vehicles that are already all-wheel drive, if that makes sense, or unfair to them. I don't know. We're going to see how it all works later on with the tuning and stuff. Maybe with the drag cars later on, we're actually going to see that they can possibly be all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and there's an advantage and disadvantage between both. I think that would be pretty awesome. Anyway, I wanted to drive it around, get a bit of a feel for its stock, see how it pretty much plays in this game. And it's pretty solid. It's pretty down to the ground. It's grippy. It's an all-wheel drive Audi R8 V10. Exactly what it is. This is what you'd imagine. So the yellow I really did like. Looking back at it, I wish I kind of didn't change it from yellow. I do change it to a red color. The yellow definitely suits it a little bit more. If I was going to get one, I'd either go with the metallic blue or yellow as a stock color. Let me know if you disagree with that. But anyway, back to the garage. It's changed color. It's changed car completely. So the Audi R8 needs to be selected. So when you go back to the garage, the car you had selected there last stays there, which is really super cool, because maybe you want to keep that car there on display when you first get back to your garage. And you already know my car's going to be the same most of the time, and downstairs I want to organize my collection to keep them as they are. I'm glad that they did that. And this is the first car that I properly realized you can properly look around, and so I wanted to show you that you can look around, sit around inside the car. There's no animation there. It kind of teleports there. That's another thing I'd like to see change, you know, is to have an animation at some point. For now, I get it. It's nice and easy. I was pretty surprised by the customization again. I mean, I should honestly stop being surprised, because you know for a fact that it's going to have some decent customization when it comes to the crew. 2, there's quite a lot of options here, and they're very subtle. I do wish they were a little bit more extravagant with this car. I think this car could definitely have a lot more done to it. I liked the wheels as they were, so I didn't particularly want to change them. Change the caliper color, and, well, I went for a nice green to go with a fruit salad effect. This could definitely, again, have had arches of some kind to make it wider, even if they were the same arches from the 4GT or similar to copy-paste almost. I wouldn't really mind as long as these cars have customization at all. I'm really impressed, but I do wish this R8 had a little bit more. Hopefully we get to see some improvements over the future and updates into this, but it still has some pretty nice customization, especially when we get to the rear. For the most part, on the front, it seems to just be a red line kind of going on. But the wings definitely make up for that. They are perfectly fitting for this vehicle. I wouldn't ask for anything more than this. You may disagree, but I think those are pretty awesome. And then the lights and diffuser and the rear bumper all change in this option right here. Start to get some really cool aggressive ideas with the exhaust just being changed around and extra bloody bits that aren't needed being added onto it. It's beautiful. And obviously I'm going to go with the most extreme option just to show you. I mean, actually, just because I really like it. You know, that's what I'd go for if I had the chance to own one of these myself. Anyway, changing the color of it, I said it was a little bit difficult. I wanted to go with, I thought black would be perfect with the red kind of accents around it. And just so you know, with the visual customization, I didn't even mention it. The visual customization, I did brighten up the video. If any colors are slightly off and stuff, it's my doing. I brightened it up because it was a little dark in here. Anyway, apply on the nice reddy. It's like a reddy orange paint. But now we go for a drive in the R8, which I'm impressed. I'm very impressed, as I've already said. It sounds incredible, if not one of the best sounding vehicles that I've played with in this game thus far. And it looks magnificent with the red accents on it and the red color. The back, it looks awesome. I'm very glad that I chose the red, but as I said, the black would probably look even better. Now, the one thing I have not done on this yet is the rear license plates. Can you change the rear license plate? On the previous game, you could. I feel like I've missed it because you could do it on the last game, but obviously you unlocked in the previous game, unlocked license plates as you went through the game, and you got to change them and that kind of thing. Well, I'm hoping in this game that holds true too, because the crew license plate has a yellow on it, and it has certain color scheme on it, and I'd like to black out the plate, for example, on some cars, on most cars on Need for Speed, I should say. I blacked out the license plate to match my kind of theme that I went with the car. Anywho, we will see how we get on with that. So, the R8, I'm going to say I'm happy it's here. I would love to see, is the Hurricane in the game? I don't know, I can't quite remember. If it is, it will be a good comparison to compare the two next to each other. Of the two cars, I would say I would go for the Hurricane. I'm not much of a Hurricane person, but I feel like because of the price of this car in the game and in real life, the Hurricane is a Lamborghini. Even though it's not my favorite Lamborghini, I definitely wouldn't be my first choice when it came to Lamborghini. I would much prefer go for that than an Audi R8, but it's cool to have the both because there aren't that many V10 cars that I can name off the top of my head right now. Most companies are getting smaller engined and all that kind of stuff, and what happened to the V12? Rest in pepperonis, am I right? But hey, I'm glad that they've added this car to the game, as I said, because it adds a lot of like variety, because in the previous game there weren't a massive amount of high-end cars. And this isn't like massively high-end, this is kind of before the hypercars, and it's a spot that was kind of empty in the previous game, so they've added a lot of vehicles that were missing in that game. There were a lot of modern muscle cars in the previous game, for example, but they're filling in slots, and I'm hoping with the DLC and stuff that they plan on to do with this game, they add even more. I just can't wait to start customizing the stock ones, though. We should probably not jump ahead of ourselves. We should probably be like, you know, we should probably actually customize the ones we're looking forward to first. Anyway, so what I wanted to do on this part is quickly talk to you guys about the beta. I haven't spoken about the beta thus far yet, and I feel like I should. It's kind of my duty. I said duty, that's American. Duty to discuss with you guys how to sign up for the beta and stuff, because I'm the crew channel, right? I'm the Need for Speed, I'm the arcade racing channel. That's why people are here. So if you want to sign up for the beta, it's coming super soon. Actually, ridiculously soon. If you want to sign up for it, I'll leave a link down below in the description. And the beta runs on all platforms, so PC, Xbox One and PS4, and it's going to run, I think they said the 31st till the 4th. Now this, I don't know what the beta is going to entail. I don't know if it's going to be a slimmed down version. I don't know if it's going to be the full version. The previous versions of the crew, when the beta came out, it was pretty much the full game. So I managed to play the full game millions of times. This beta, however, will not have an NDA. They have announced that you can't share pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff. So if you are not already, make sure to join my Discord. There's a link down below in the description if you want to join the Discord, and we're definitely going to start doing kind of gaming nights and organizing stuff like that. I've wanted to do that for a while, kind of organize and orchestrate events together to get you guys to join in. We can maybe do like cruises together, or you can meet people. Say I'm not even on, you guys can configure yourselves kind of sessions and whatever through the PlayStation community, through the Xbox community, which I have yet to make, which I probably should do. All that kind of stuff. Well, the Discord is a good place to start with all that without throwing a million bits of information into your face. So make sure you join on the beta, and on the channel you already know there's going to be a heck of a lot of content to do with the beta. Pretty much going to cover everything I possibly can. Finally get some dual person videos, so get Matthew in. Let me know if you want to see some double vision comment videos. So if you don't know what that is, me and Matthew pretty much switching screens, that kind of stuff. I feel like the crew is the perfect game for that because it's such a big game. It clearly makes sense, because otherwise Matthew could be on the other side of the map. So I think the crew is literally the perfect game for this type of challenge, and that's one of the main reasons I get so excited about this. This game just has absolutely everything I could possibly think of when it comes to making these challenges, other than guns. But don't add guns, because otherwise I will scream into the night very sadly. Again, I'm hoping that we're going to see some jet skis. I'm hoping that we're going to see some kind of different jet fighter planes eventually, or stunt jetty planes, or what. I'm hoping we're going to see a whole bunch of different vehicles. But now that they've opened the box of every type of vehicle blooming possible, they're going to get a million suggestions. So if you have any suggestions, make sure to tweet them at me and Ivory Devs on Twitter and Ubisoft and everyone. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of the crew, be sure to smash like, friend, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, guys, peace.